We've been here before and you know the drill. It appears that Gran Turismo 7's next update may have actually been leaked. And in today's video, I'm going to take you through all of the latest rumours surrounding GT7's next update. But before we do get into this video, I'm trying to get this channel to 80,000 subscribers. So if you want to stay up to date with everything GT7 related, then feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and turn those notifications on. Anyway, let's get to it. Now, over the last week or so, there has been rumours, whether it's been through my comment section or through DMs that I've been sent, that the upcoming Gran Turismo World Series round, which of course is being hosted in Tokyo at Polyphony Digital Studio, was actually pre-recorded, which is a lot different from what we usually see, where all of the events are in front of a live audience and of course are live. Now, I couldn't get anything 100% concrete on this, that really is the case, but again, it's something that's crept up a lot over the last couple of weeks, so there must be some type of truth to it, as I've heard it through many different sources that is the case. But I do have a feeling if that really is the case, that's probably where all of these leaks are actually coming from for this next update. As for the actual World Series event itself, it will be showing off on Saturday, the 15th of August 2026. So in just over about a week and a half's time. So then let's get into these rumoured leaked update cars then. Now again, this is purely just rumours until something is, 100% confirmed through Sony or Polyphony Digital. But as for the information that I was given, this was sent over to me about a week ago by Mark, once again, who is the same guy that made me aware of the April 2026 cars, in which the car codes were actually sent over to me, and 2 out of 3 of them were correct, which was the Yang Wang and the Twingo. So this guy typically doesn't send me things unless there is some type of good possibility that they will happen. As for the information he's received, he's had 2 separate people message him the exact same 4 cars. These people don't know each other from what he's telling me, so again, there may be a good possibility that this could actually be the case then. So let's get into the actual cars themselves of what are rumoured to come in August 2026. So then the first of 4 cars that are rumoured to arrive in August 2026, this is known as the Caterham 7 R500 Superlight. Now again, for those of you that have been around Gran Turismo 7 since 2022, you will know that in the background of the game, this has pretty much been a mainstay car. I believe it was initially leaked back in 2022, and whilst the actual leaked car list and the data mine has evolved over time, this has been a car that has pretty much always been there, and it appears that it will finally arrive this month. Now, if we go over to the most up-to-date leaked car list that I have, I believe this is already a couple of years old at this point. The Caterham actually comes along as the second car on this list, and you'll probably notice a lot of the cars surrounding it are cars that have already arrived in GT7 over the last couple of years. So we know there's a lot of credibility to that data mined car list. Again, this is a more up-to-date one with a lot of the leftover code just completely removed. And as we can see, the code for the car itself is Caterham_7_SL, which is Superlight _R500_12, which of course is the model year. Again, things like that could possibly change, but as for the Caterham itself, it is definitely a track day favorite of many racing games, so it'd be fantastic to see it. And of course, with Caterham being added, this would actually be a brand new manufacturer put into GT7 once again. Now, the second rumoured car does seem to be a continuation of that collaboration announced between Polyphony and Hyundai at the end of 2025. This is known as the Hyundai Ioniq 6N. Of course, you probably pieced together exactly what this car is. Yes, unfortunately, it is EV. But again, it does seem that that collaboration is continuing on into the future, being the second Hyundai car added in 2026, following the touring car, which was added in January. As for the car itself, it does have some decent specs: 600 brake horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds, and a top speed of 160 miles per hour. And I do have to admit, when it comes to electric vehicle lineups, Hyundai are just completely different from anyone else. They seem to give their cars a lot of charm compared to the most dreary, drab things when it comes to electric vehicles that we mainly see. Now, the third car is actually one of what is rumored to be 2 Toyotas coming with this update, giving it an all classic JDM feel to finish this one off them. Now, the first of the 2 cars is known as the Toyota Mark II, and it's rumored to be the 8th generation of this car, which will arrive to Gran Turismo 7. Again, when it comes to the actual car itself, this was ran from, I believe, like 1968 all the way up to 2004, over 9 generations. And well, when it comes to, I guess, iconic JDM cars that we might not all know this specific name, this is definitely one that is up there. Unfortunately, I don't know too much about this car, but I'd assume that if it is going to be the 8th gen, it's probably going to be one of the more, I guess, high performance versions in game rather than one of the base models. A seriously cool bit of kit, and if this is going to be the case, I'd probably assume it to have a ton of in-game customization and probably even engine swaps, more than likely getting a swap from the 2JZ Supra, the 880 that we already have in game. And to finish off then, the 4th car that is rumoured, and the 2nd of the Toyotas, it's the Toyota Chaser. Of course, this is, I believe, the 6th generation, known as the JZX 100. Of course, this is an absolutely iconic car, and I know when it comes to my personal comment section, I've seen you guys for years asking for this car. So if this really is the case, I'll be extremely excited to finally see this added to Gran Turismo 7, and it definitely fits the bill. I definitely feel like when it comes to JDM icons, the Chaser is just one of those cars that tends to get overlooked by the vast majority, but it's kind of one of those cars that if you know, well, you know, it has racing heritage, tuner heritage, drift heritage. It's just one of those iconic JDM cars from the 90s and early 2000s that can just pretty much do everything. And honestly, if these rumors do turn out to be true, this will probably be the most exciting car of this update, especially when it comes to modifications, engine swaps, and building it. I think this is going to be a truly awesome addition. Again, these are all purely rumors for now, but we'll see in a few weeks' time what actually comes out of that World Series round when it's, I guess, pre-recorded, hosted, who knows, over in Tokyo at Polyphony Digital Studios. Anyway, don't forget to let me know what you think of these cars in the comment section down below. It does appear that Polyphony Digital in 2026 are doing a bit of a thing where they go from a more race car themed update into a road car themed, and then a race car and then a road car, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. They are tending to cover all bases with these updates, much better than what we saw especially in 2025. But again, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you tomorrow for the lap time challenge. Take care guys, peace.